Hello, and welcome to Rule of Thirds, a conversation about art, design, and culture, with your hosts,
Burns,
Mike,
and Jude.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod. Don't be shy to say hi.
A question about the arts and the craft. If you didn't know, then it's good that you asked. You tune into the culture. This the rule of thirds. If you want to, you could tune at work, yeah. They tell me, does that frame fit good? Does it feel right? You want to steal a photo for your
Can we do that?
website? But
the
you
time
want a
was-
logo we can
What did we
design,
find? No,
right?
we started.
As we started, so it's like a fresh
yeah,
thing.
It'll be easier. Test. 1 2 1 2. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. We are Rule of Thirds. My name is Jude,
My name's Burns.
And I am Mike.
and we're back again with another conversation. How's everyone doing?
Great, amazing, cool.
It's not believable, guys. What's
Oof.
going on here?
No, we're actually all good, right?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Yeah.
We're good.
Look at you smiling.
Yeah, man. I'm happy, man.
Waves looking good.
Aye.
Should've been
Fresh. Yay.
Yikes!
Help me, I'm drowning. I don't have life jacket.
Yeah, man. I feel like I'm back to my prime. You know what I'm saying?
You're
With it-
crying.
Have you been feeling off?
Yeah, word.
Yeah, I've definitely.
You're only
feeling
18.
Oh!
Nah, because I feel
tell us
like
more.
you know with the gym thing. Like, so once like, yeah, man.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to sort out
Yeah,
TikTok
man.
for the thing. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm patting the waves and that.
So the waves in the gym correlate.
It's correlating,
Yeah, I
bro.
hear you.
Yeah, man.
you.
I ain't going to gym in a week though, but hey.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's what it is, bro. It's what it
It's
is,
okay,
but
it's
hey.
okay.
go on, man.
Recovery.
Recovery.
Yeah.
For one week. Crazy.
Yeah, man. I'll go back again tomorrow, son.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice. I hear it.
We saying?
The gym is helping. I can't even lie. Yeah,
Yeah,
same,
mentally.
yeah. Bro, I looked in the mirror.
Physically.
Yeah, the football's gone.
The football was good.
Jesus. You know the funny thing? You never realize how much muscle you have underneath.
Bro.
So I'm like, I look at him. I'm like, I was like, wow. This is how it feels.
Yeah.
Wake
Trust
up,
me.
I don't feel as tired anymore, even though like my
Mm.
muscles are aching. But like,
Mm.
you wake up, you're like,
Yeah.
I've got a purpose. And
But are you eating real food though?
of course,
Eating real food?
What kind of food would Uncle Eddie be proud of
it's a lot of
over
eggs
that?
involved. I'll tell you that
Okay.
How many?
Yeah.
How many a day?
much. 3.
3.
Like, yeah.
Is that it? That's what he'd say.
You're right. He did say like 12 eggs or something.
Yeah.
I was a bit like,
have you had a goose
Buy
egg
them by the
before?
crates.
A goose?
Goose egg.
Ooh.
Or,
Nah, I'm good.
yeah, I ain't had it either, but I've seen them.
I think I've had like, what was the other egg? Duck egg.
Like, I've not. Is that nice?
Mm.
It tastes weird.
Mm.
It's not egg. That's not an egg I grew up on.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Get out of my country kind of vibes. But yeah.
No, I need. That's the last part I need to work on. Is like
The
my
eggs?
no,
Like
just
diet.
that diet. Because that actually does the most work. Like sometimes,
Yeah, word.
if you actually eat well, you don't have to even go gym to lose weight. You know, that's
That
the
is-
craziest thing.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's
I
very true. They do. I mean, words. They always do say that diet is like the most important thing.
yeah.
So.
And
Yeah.
I swear, like, especially like black men, sometimes we eat crazy, man.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
portion wise.
and we normalize it as well,
It's the portions, bro. Like,
rice alone.
bro. We
Yeah.
normalize
I've had
crazy
to cut
portions.
down so much. Like before, yeah, like you know when like the rice can even cover the meat and everything. It was just like,
Like a mountain.
yeah, and
bro.
the stew would just be like a flood.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
now, I'm like, okay, cool, just a bit of this, of
Yeah.
that. It's like it's much more balanced.
There's no point in mashing because the thing is like it's a bit crude, but like you need to go toilet and it's like, like why are you backing so much? Like, you know what I mean?
Face on your forehead, you're that. Anyway, Mike, how are you doing?
Bruh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Unlike you guys, I still haven't returned back to the gym.
Hey.
I do need to go back though. I've been walking a lot though.
Okay, walking where?
Around.
Oh, just like a
yeah,
brisk
just in my
walk.
area.
How many steps are you on today?
Ooh,
5.
I could check. 5. Let's be coming all the way here.
500.
Yeah, 5,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm on 1,400.
Ooh.
1,400. But you've been driving, so
Saw
I
it,
understand.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the 40-day?
Ooh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, could I be doing more? Yes.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm still where I was when I started, which is okay because I feel like I haven't really gained much in terms of like weight in like since we started. Even like after doing 75 hard, I feel like
Yeah.
I've like went through a period where I kind of lost after motor.
Mm.
So I'm kind of like in a good space, but I can tell like, okay, your arms aren't as strong as they used to be. Like,
was shaking.
no facts.
Wait, what did you do that you noticed this?
Press ups. Like there was a time where like during Malta I would like bang out 100 every day. before going
100?
out.
Oh, bad
And I was on a.
Man said, let's go for machine for
Let's be honest.
Wait, 100 a day?
Yeah,
Well, straight.
It's
You're a
not
strong guy.
straight. It's not.
It was
straight.
the
So I
same,
pro-
was going like,
It's like 25, 20,
Oh, yeah.
30.
Oh, okay.
Within like,
What's the break period that you're giving yourself? Like intervals? Is
Are you
it
doing
I
like,
can't lie,
morning,
so the-
afternoon?
oh no, like
You're doing it like,
probably
in
within
one
like
go.
10, 15 minutes. I'll try and get it all done within that time.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
no
tough.
wonder 6-pack bike.
Man,
What can I say?
Crazy.
But
I have to run that, you know?
no,
100 a
it's
day.
actually pretty
Yeah,
decent.
After gym.
Not after gym, before. When I wake up in the morning.
Okay.
I think it would be good because like even when I was doing like chest day when I used to like go to the gym,
Mm.
I was like, oh, I actually can't do press ups too tough like that, which is weird.
Oh.
I guess a different type of pushing motion in it. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, let me actually.
Gym is easier.
Yeah,
I know it sounds
yeah,
weird,
yeah.
but
What do
working
you
out
mean?
at home, yeah, when you have to use your own body weight,
Oh, I forget,
like
man.
press ups, like
Mhm.
sit ups and stuff. When I go to the gym, and you're pushing. It's like, oh,
It's
okay.
fine.
But
You can push
You
a
know
bit
what?
further.
I feel like you perform better in environments where people are there.
That is also very true.
That's not so wrong, but yeah, you're right.
No, but it's
that
like
adds to it.
when you're at home, nobody's there to keep you accountable. Or not that people keeping you accountable in the gym.
You can quit.
Yeah, but it's also like if
You're paying. For
you
the
just
gym.
started your set or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're already giving up.
We're like, oh, so
He's
you're
like,
watching me.
yeah, like, he's a weak guy, bro.
That's how someone will just be looking in your direction like, right, you've only been there for like a minute and a half.
You really stopped.
One set.
Yeah, man.
But apart from that, it's been okay. Some of us went to the recipe. I'm saying it like I was there for long, but
How long are you there for?
Probably
Yeah, how long were you there
probably
for?
like 2.5 hours.
What?
Yeah.
How long are you there for?
The
To the
whole, yeah.
Wait, so from the start to the finish?
I didn't go at the beginning. I think I got there around, I want to say 4:30.
Mm.
4:30.
What time did you finish?
Around like,
11?
yeah,
Oh, fair.
around that time.
Looked
People said it was
good,
really good.
though. No, it looked amazing.
It was great. Obviously, the weather wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
What's
Just
your name?
It rained the day before,
Mhm.
like very heavily, so
It
it was
was
a lot
very-
of mud everywhere, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
on the day it's like a
Like
little,
on and off,
yeah,
on
like
and off,
drizzles.
like consistently.
But I think that made a lot of people calmer. I feel like if there
Mm.
was more sunshine, people might have been a bit more
Yeah.
rowdy in the
You
sense
think
of, like,
so?
people would have gone over
Ah,
their
yeah,
excess,
yeah,
of
right,
drinking
right,
and
right,
stuff
right.
like that. So I do feel like it kind of made people a bit more mellow.
By force.
Yeah, like it kind of mellowed people down because like obviously there was a game the same day as well, one of the England games.
Mhm.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Like a lot of attention was divided a lot of time, and so
Right.
much was happening that
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of made people a bit,
Mm.
But it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was nice to see black people are beautiful, man. What can I say?
Bro,
Black people are beautiful.
sensational.
It's just seeing people have that much fun, without much of a hiccup was great.
Yeah.
I do feel like the whole unlimited thing was surprisingly helpful because in the
Yeah.
beginning I was very skeptical about it because I don't think I took as much advantage as I.
I don't think
could've.
most
Well,
people. did, to be
apparently there
fair.
was a lot of queues though. So
The-
that,
yeah,
I think-
so it's unlimited.
Yeah,
but,
but naturally, I feel like as the days go on, it happens.
Yeah.
if you do
anyway.
get there early, it's a.
You're
I
good.
think that's
Probably
one
would've
thing
had a
I've
better
learned.
time.
That next time we're just gonna try and get there as
Early.
early as possible.
Yeah.
Eat all the foods,
Mhm.
try everything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then whatever you like, you can kind of return to
Yeah.
as the day goes on.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
drinks like maximum wait I had to wait for drinks was like a minute.
Oh,
No, drinks were flowing.
It was like that quick. It was
Wow.
like literally about like 20,
Yeah.
30 servers
Yeah.
around
Wow.
like a whole thing. So it was
Wow.
really, really
like
fast.
certain like drinks were already made like at the front, just like grab and go.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So that was good. The
that was
food
decent.
was a bit of a tricky one because
Yeah.
there were queues. But even that, it was like if it's like 4 things on the menu, it was
Yeah.
like okay, they're gonna just keep making the 4, and as people come, what do you want? Oh,
Mm.
this okay, it's already done. You
yeah,
take it.
yeah.
So it wasn't as
Yeah.
crazy. The lines were moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
That's a
good.
cool idea though. Unlimited. I guess does
Yeah.
that make the price make more sense then?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing is,
Yeah,
it's not a new like concept because
Yeah.
like Soho House have been doing like their festival thing for a while and it's the same thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So like that's what inspired
SARS
this.
had this one recently, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My,
Right,
friend, my
okay.
friend went to that.
So that whole like I think theirs is probably even more expensive. I think it's like £200-300.
Okay.
But like yeah, unlimited food, drink, and like the food there. I've actually fumbled because I've got tickets twice to go.
And he didn't
I've
go.
just never gone. It's because it's around my birthday, so it's like there's either I can't go with
Um.
friends because no one else has a ticket or something else has come up
Mhm.
and stuff. But like all my friends that have gone, they said, "Yep, we're just eating unlimited steak, unlimited
Steak?
oyster, and just eating well." I
Ah.
said, "Wow, maybe next time."
Yeah, bring me in.
somehow.
I'm trying to go.
Yeah,
steak, bro.
yeah.
Mhm.
I even fumbled like 'cause
Unlimited.
That's wild.
Even the recipe, like the whole like VIP thing, like.
Yeah.
So wait, there
fumbled
was
that again.
unlimited, but there was also VIP.
Yeah.
So what do you VIP get?
So VIP were close to the stage. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
Do they get
And
food straight away?
I think they might have.
They had like a
section.
separate section, so like
Oh, so if you want to get food, just go to that.
like as in you get given food to you. So
Yeah.
the whole idea was like almost like a chef, and they're gonna cook the food, and servers will bring it to your
To you,
table.
yeah.
There
It's
was
nice.
like shisha and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't utilize that at all.
I mean, she's just killing people anyway. So you're
That's very true.
Yeah.
DLT, please, if you could get me for next year 2025, I'll make
That would
content
be nice. Ooh. Yeah.
because
little bargain there.
IBS said Hasuya and God, my stomach
Must
said
have been the Suya then.
no. It definitely was.
Yeah.
because
Or
like that
was it
pepper.
properly, or was it
No, the pepper peppered me. Like,
The whole Nigerian, you can't have Suya. It's funny.
it's mad.
No, but I
because
can't lie. certain
I normally
level
do,
spice,
but I feel like
Mm.
over the past like couple of days, I've like been eating too much.
so
like,
your body and
so
the
I-
whole
I-
75-40 thing.
I feel like I
40
might
hard,
play
it's
something,
Your
so,
body's
like,
not used to things. Anyway.
Thursday, what did I have on Thursday? Thursday I had some form. Oh, I had swallow. So I had I hate you so much.
yeah,
I hate you so much.
makes sense.
I had
Oh, that makes so much
it
sense.
It
was
makes sense.
so annoying.
Yep.
I had pounded yam and
Of course.
And what?
You're so annoying.
Yeah, what?
I had pounded yam and efforiro. So like
The running one, the one like.
You know what? The spinach in that.
no,
thing,
spinach. Yeah, but like
Yeah, it's running.
but
No?
yeah, that can
But
that
the
can
thing
do that can do you though.
No,
Yeah.
Deborah put too much pepper in the thing. So I was already like, I was like, okay. Then the Friday had a wedding.
Wait, was your belly rumbling?
So
Just know, me and the toilet saw each
other.
other that evening.
You had
Like,
pre-rumbles.
pre-rumbles. And then
Like the intro.
Nah. the Friday wedding, so there was like J rice, fried rice.
Fried rice is the problem as well.
What
you
you
know.
moi
drinking?
moi. No, there was no alcohol.
Oh.
But I don't know, maybe because
Fried
like,
rice is the problem sometimes.
Yeah, because you know Friday, you put it out 5 minutes, it starts to go off.
and then like, there was
Bro.
like assorted meat with like stewed assorted meat, fish. So I was just eating a lot. So I felt like my stomach was just like,
Yeah,
okay,
break, give me a
very good, very good. And then the recipe, I think I had paella first. Which
Hey.
part of me is like seafood paella. What's
Yeah,
that
that's,
wise?
that's crazy.
And then what's the second thing I had? Might have been the suya, I think that was the second.
Yeah.
And then when the pepper and I said
So
okay.
enough. I've had it.
To the point where I was just like, no. So I even thought, I'll be
You
fine.
can
I'll
hold
be
it
fine. Nah. I was like, I need to be at home. And I think as I was standing as well, my body was just like reacting.
You know when you start to catch cold sweats?
No, I was to the point where I was lightheaded
Oh.
and I was like, I need to sit down because I feel like I'm gonna faint.
Yeah,
and I was like, what's
yeah.
going on?
What? So you had food poisoning basically?
It wasn't food poisoning.
It
It
was
was
food poisoning. I know that
Nah.
feeling, bro.
Because
Yeah.
do you remember when I had food poisoning? I think I went Pizza Hut, bro.
Bro, but this one, yeah.
No, this one.
You know when you start to sweat?
No, bro.
Yeah, you
I
go
was
to a
sweating
different
and
level.
my body just felt weak. And
And
I
you
was like,
shake.
Bro,
Like,
that's food poisoning.
I don't because by the end of the day, I was fine.
That is 100% food poisoning, bro. I know exactly what that is.
I'm not gonna say because I like the food, but
Nah.
It might have been. I
I
can't.
mean, we'll see.
The
But
food was outside, and
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
handle. I feel like a lot of people were handling the food.
But it was anyway. Who knows,
Bro,
Who
you're
knows?
just not built like that. You know what I'm saying?
I know it seems that way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
apart from that, who did I see? Destin Conrad. I didn't even make it to Alex Izzy. I think she was performing as I was leaving, so I didn't even get to hear mine. The Sunflower. Was it Sunflower? The EP with the Sunflower. Marigold.
Marigold, yeah.
Didn't even
with-
get to hear
yeah,
that. Sir, I wanted to listen to. Missed that. Jasmine Sullivan. I wanted to put.
Oh,
I wanted to sing Mascara with her live. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
I saw one clip of Sir performing.
Or telling off
Oh
people.
yeah.
That was the funniest moment, bro.
It was jokes.
It was funny.
Do you know how shameful?
Myself, I'll come down there myself.
Hey, 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 hey. Like we all were so confused because
Yeah,
I thought
okay.
they messed up his set.
Oh.
Fair,
Like that was the wrong. Like maybe they pressed something and he went
Mm.
off, or he couldn't hear himself. So I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
This guy's point on the other side. Yeah, it was all going crazy. But you know,
Embarrassing.
it's kind of
An R&B
festival,
con-
Why do people pay for this stuff and do that nonsense?
I'll be honest. There's a lot of guys were moving to a lot of girls, and usually, speaking of it seems like a lot of times it can stem from like a bit of pride, and so it could be a number of things.
It's
bro.
killing our people, man. It's funny.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm realizing more and more. Like, guys really go to events for like,
Bro,
to chop me out.
It's,
Like,
you know what's crazy? Yeah? Obviously, like I'm married, bro. So man, this is not my.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done. This is not my field. But I realized that it's like boys are just tapped for women. It's in the sense of like even run clubs. You're not even going to run anymore. You're going
No,
there
wait,
to-
hold on. In all fairness, the run clubs is mostly women doing the
That one,
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
that one is like both
It's
sides.
a balance. It's all the hype I've seen from run
Oh,
clubs.
from the
come
women?
Yeah, no, that's
I'll be
true.
very honest.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's very
that
true.
one, yeah.
But a lot of London events is like, just go there for the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's your motive.
I mean, what else is there to go for?
Damn, that's
It's
sad.
mad though, 'cause-
That's sad though.
But
That's-
wait, what else? If there's a DJ
Yeah,
and there's no special artist,
yeah.
what are you going there for?
Nobody wants to have a good time anymore.
Yeah, good time involves other people.
But
Most of the
nah,
time.
Your
but
friends?
I feel
Yeah,
like
that too. But
I feel like if the
the
motive is just to
boo.
go on mute to gal, that's it. That's boring, man.
But
I just feel like
But maybe sorry, I can't relate to it. So maybe it
no, I
makes
hear
sense.
it. I hear
No,
it.
no,
and
no,
I-
but
but I think that for a lot of people, the loneliness of especially like living in like London, and
London,
these kind of
yeah,
places,
you need to
it's
be able
like
to,
they need company,
yeah.
and sometimes their idea of company is like
It's
you
going
know,
to these places,
Yeah,
so,
so it's
okay.
like they're going there to find.
also, people are horny.
Connection.
Like, if
Yeah,
we're calling
yeah,
a spade
yeah,
a spade,
yeah.
that's
That-
also
I was trying
that.
to be PG about it, but yeah.
Nah.
basically.
Find God.
Yeah, nah.
Find Jesus, please. Because what?
Yeah.
But it's been like that since the dawn.
No,
of
it
time.
has.
It has to come to an end though.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? I think for me, because I've never really been like an outside
Yeah,
person
yeah,
like
yeah.
this. So I think it's just coming more to like my own consciousness, more like, wow, this is what people
yeah.
really come for.
Because remember like uni times where a man will like rent out like a BM or whatever. Wait, do you know how tap that is, bro?
It worked.
It was definitely it.
No, it's actually true. Though.
It worked.
But that's really sad. Anyway,
But is it sad if they're achieving
Look,
what
I
they
think
set out to-
I think that's sad.
It's quite
But-
sad, yeah.
But
Because what they wanted to do.
if that was their
It's
the
mad
target
though.
and they achieved it,
Because like
targets.
it's like priorities. Because yeah, for some people,
Yeah, a lot of
the
people.
ROI for this spend is that.
Yep.
Because Malta as well, like it's
ROI?
similar DLT Malta.
Like, yeah.
I kid you not. I'm sure many have said, "Oh yeah, if I'm paying this much money, I need to make sure that I'm gonna get a, which is
Yeah. It's a bit nuts, but
crazy, but
yeah.
yeah,
it's an inclusive package.
I do feel like, yeah, a lot of people on both sides, of course. But like,
Mm.
I think obviously because we're guys, so we're speaking for the guys. But,
Yeah.
Like, hey, because we were at the event, like the recipe, and then there was I don't even know if I should be airing this. Hey,
Right.
shout out to the boys. Shout out to the boys. Yeah, I'm not airing anybody's business, but
that's
I'm
how
not
they'll
mentioning
say.
anybody's names.
They'll
but-
say it's giving locker room talks.
No, but it's just funny because a girl came over. Yeah, sometimes it's just so funny. A girl came over to one of my friends and just went, "Are you gay?" And then my friend goes, "Nah." He goes, "Are you single?" I was like, "What?"
Wait.
I beg your finest
just like,
How
pardon.
did you get there?
This is what I'm saying. Like,
I respect her for wanting to kind of go so far left that she's like,
But-
let's just cut.
so wait, what?
I don't
what,
know
what
how
is
we
the
got here,
aim
though.
of that? What I'm telling you, people go to these events for the same goal
so
on both
interesting.
sides. So it's like they're trying to say, okay, you're not this. Okay, cool. Then you must be this. It's like, huh?
That is so strange.
So I do feel like people are like out here, and like Mike was saying, like people are very horny, and they're just looking for the quick,
Yeah.
you know.
Everyone wants to have fun.
Yeah, and it's like you're out, you're drunk, the sun is shining, you're vibing, and you're
Conji
like,
is doing
yeah.
you.
Babylon.
Yeah, Babylon. Gomorrah, bro.
Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah, bro.
Boy.
That's crazy. Anyway, sure.
What's the question, man?
Yeah, man.
What's the question?
Let's get into the question for this week. It's an interesting one. The question for this week is: do you have a favorite time of day for creating?
Hibba.
Do you have a favorite time of day for creating?
Jude,
Why not you?
you look ready.
I'm not.
Oh.
My-
Well, we can wait.
I don't think I do.
So you can create any time of the day.
No, I can't create any time of the day.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have a favorite time of the day to create.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Why is that?
I mean, I can tell you the time that I don't like creating.
When's
Mhm.
that?
Early in the morning.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Like I don't like
I
wait.
hate
Yeah,
creating
like
early in the morning.
Really?
I'm not productive early in the morning.
Fairs.
I don't. For me, I feel like I can be productive, but I don't like waking up and just like staying on my screen or like just
It feels
zoning
like
out.
an unnatural way to start.
Because when I zone
Is,
out,
is
I'll
that if
zone
you
out.
haven't had like a morning routine? If you have one,
I
and stuff.
suppose, but also I just feel like they're like different ways to be productive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like if I'm going to be productive creatively,
Hmm.
I feel like I should be productive in other ways.
Okay.
Like maybe I don't know, sort out my room and make sure things are like this. Like brush my teeth, wash my face, take a shower. Like those kind of things are more important to me than waking up and because sometimes I'll have ideas and I'll have to like record them in voice note and just go and go about my day. But like the few times that I felt very creative in the morning and I've done it, I felt like so groggy because like I wake up and like, and then I just feel like okay, it's like 2 p.m. now. It's like whoa, where's the day gone? Like I don't even know how to like maneuver anymore the rest of the day. That's
very interesting.
Mike,
We'll get back to your favorite hour though, or your favorite time of the day.
Yeah, because I don't think I have one. Man.
For me, I guess it would like fall under times where people aren't awake or active. I feel like that's what it's boiled down to because I've been thinking about it more this week. I was like, am I really a night owl? Because before I would have said like, oh, like late hours of the night. But I think it's just the idea of no one else being awake at this time and the distractions.
It's quiet as well.
Yeah. I don't know, like when you stay up and do work and like, for example, like for me, everyone in the house is like asleep and it's just like I can just go about my business freely. I like that. Or even if it means like waking up early in the morning, I like the idea of I guess getting like my stuff done before everyone else. And then like, it's almost like I've got the whole day to like do whatever. And I think that's what I'm kind of I think that's what I'm thinking of like transitioning into now.
Or like early
mornings and stuff. Just hours that people are not awake. I guess that would be my answer. How about you?
Yeah, the exact same thing. I'll say, I like creating like past 9 p.m, which is not good times. So I don't do it all the time, but like if I had the ideal time, right, it would have been then. Because I've realized, I don't know if it's like it's not a health condition, but it's like I don't know if it's like mentally. You know how people have different ways of learning or different ways of working. I've realized that I don't do well in the mornings.
Okay.
Like I'm very slow, but like
before you're 100% brain active.
Right. Yeah, like in the mornings, I prefer just looking at emails and just doing admin stuff. And then when it hits about 2, 3, I'll start with that. At work, like I think I'm the most productive post lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think it's because I've tapped into the day.
Right.
They start really slowly for me, so it's that. Which I don't like because you want to kind of just get ahead of the game and stuff. Obviously, if you've got work to do, I'll get it done. But it's just more like I prefer towards the afternoon, and then again that night time when people are not really around.
You know, with your whole people not being around, do you reckon if you didn't live with people that would change though?
It'll probably be the same. I don't know. There's something about like feeling like the whole sounds extreme, but like the whole city or like the whole like.
You
country,
feel like you're like, ooh, look at you, so creative.
There's something
about it.
But even I got home last night and my street is quiet. But the fact that it's quiet basically feels like
it's just you in this world now.
Yeah.
Zone out and this.
Such artists, man.
It's like noise cancellation mode. That's how it feels.
Facts.
And then you just
like. I love like living in like London and stuff, but there's something about just the quiet
that's another thing I was gonna say. London is quite loud.
Yeah, but like obviously there's like stuff there's enough happening that it's like you're not in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna,
so it's not like
to walk down the road kind of thing.
Like, okay.
There's like enough, or like maybe it'll be a fox or somebody on a bike or something like that for me.
So I like city sounds,
like sirens and stuff.
Well, what made you go with that?
I mean, it's cities.
That
Cities always have
sounded
sirens.
Yeah, why did you say sirens?
I felt like you called me a hard ER.
It was a bit racist.
I mean, are you calling me an inner city kid?
Are you not inner city kids?
No, mate.
You're definitely inner city kids.
I'm done. So what, you still don't have your favorite hours, or like?
I don't think I do. I'll be honest. Like when it comes, it's there and it's there. I feel like maybe for me, it comes down to more not trying to like force it, because sometimes when it comes and I'm like, oh, it's not the right time, then I kind of like restrict myself from being creative. So it's like when I feel it, I make sure I utilize it, because I know that it doesn't always stay on, and in order for me to like keep it on, I need to kind of like activate it or reshock it to like so it's like when it's there. Like sometimes I'll be like, I'll stay up from 9 p.m. to like the AMs, but sometimes it will come in the morning and I'll have to kind of like abide by the rules of creativity, I suppose.
So
hello,
the news And culture has kind of been quite chaotic over the past couple of weeks. I feel like there's been a lot of different things that have been happening, from Jonathan Majors not beating the allegations of a certain archetype, which is very interesting, to Biden, who had a very interesting performance at the whole presidential debate like weeks ago. And then, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
What, when he was giving the speech?
Over
Trump.
the weekend.
No, but Biden also had another stinker with
again.
He called President of Ukraine President Putin.
Yeah,
which is crazy. And then Vice President Trump.
It's just, it's not looking good. For
the Vice President Trump one I get, because it's like a bit of a dig. Like, ugh.
Is it?
He was talking about Kamala Harris.
That is.
I thought he was referring to Trump.
No, as in twice now. And yeah, that debate performance like was not great. I think to the point where the polls, it was either CNN or ABC were polling, and the polls were more in favor of Trump in terms of like them feeling like he gave a more clear performance, and actually exercised and shared his viewpoints. Not necessarily the content, because he lied like 20 plus times. And stuff. But it was like what he was sharing was clear. They felt like his performance was strong.
Yeah, definitely was strong.
Like to the point where recently, I think this week, well, no, I'm trying to do the maths because the calendar. Last week, 2/3 of Democrats, like Democratic voters, actually want like Biden to step down, and for somebody else to come. So yeah, the optics for Biden have not been great. And I've been thinking a lot about like optics in general, because recently there was an attempt at the life of Trump,
which is crazy,
which is insane. I feel like we're in an episode of Scandal.
You know what?
Because what the heck?
I was telling you that when I first it popped up on my phone, I was like, this is AI. And the thing is, people around me were like, "Yeah, that's not real. Like, that's not real." But I showed them. I started scrolling on my Instagram. You can see
everybody was doing.
Like, guys, this is real.
It's insane. I just woke up, do whatever. I checked Twitter.
Yeah,
right. An attempt to Trump's life. I said that.
There's no way.
You guys are lying.
There's no way.
It's nuts.
It sounds crazy.
It sounds insane. So, like, obviously, Trump had that attempt on him. His ear gets injured in the process. Ear is bleeding. Secret Service, even though, were they really doing their job? Because these men were still on stage.
Because some eyewitnesses saw the brother
on the roof,
saying that they even pointed him out multiple times, so on and so forth.
Oh, multiple times.
Yeah, there was even
someone said they were like, look, there's someone on there, and then probably
even like saw an article like headline about how a tree might have been obstructing the view of Secret Service and like security
right
towards the shooter and stuff. But yeah, obviously like Secret Service swoop in and they're trying to get Trump off stage. Trump is like, wait. Does a fist in the air. Not Black Power.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to go. But obviously by that time, I think photographer, I think it was his name, Evan. I'm going to insert it here. Photographer captures a great picture, which gets cropped, and the composition is crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously it looks amazing because to the point where there's jokes on Twitter about, 50 Cent, Many Men, wish death upon him. He's a survivor. He looks like a thug. Like,
I can't lie, this is a perfect scenario for him to win.
Yeah, no, like, again, Biden had that poor performance, and there have been talks about how he will perform as president again for a second term. Obviously, his optics, I think that's like the theme here. Biden doesn't look like a strong candidate for the presidency. Trump, even though he is definitely a convicted, criminal, and has had allegations, indictments, and all this kind of stuff, and he went to like the MMAs to kind of to show up and stuff. He's doing like bear press, and then on top of it all, he has this attempt on his life. And he does a fist, and he looks stronger than ever.
Some will say he's chosen by God.
No, somebody put, was it either Ezra 6:30?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Somebody put scripture.
There we go.
I was like, it's too much. So what? How are we feeling about everything? Just,
I mean,
that shot is legendary, man.
you know the funny thing about these coincidences here, and the fact that it's lined up so much for him is, it's okay when it was Kendrick, right?
You're funny,
but when it's Trump, it's like no. But on a real, I do feel like, if anything, this highlights more that America has a gun problem.
It's been having a gun problem.
I think I was watching a TikTok yesterday. I think I was speaking to Buzz about it, and they were saying something about obviously, like, I think 4 people were injured. One
person passed away.
Yeah. But on top of that, in that particular area, or I don't know, state, I believe they had like
Pennsylvania,
135.
I beg your finest pardon,
brother. And I think there was a stat
like
that
normal,
said, yeah, he said that it's like it's 1.5 mass shootings a day if they break it down.
1.5.
Yeah, 1.5, which is like almost 2 mass shootings a day. So for me, it's like, if anything, and I know that obviously in the campaign for the Republican Party, there is the whole gun control.
Is there?
Well, more so about it being lenient as opposed to it being more restrictive.
Okay.
Or maybe they have.
I was gonna say the NRA.
No. Yeah. So it's like, for me, if anything, it's like, surely this should highlight how dangerous guns are, and it being an attempt on a potential and past president's life. It's like, whoa, we should look into this. We should try to fix this, so on and so forth. But I know that this is just going to give them more fuel to say, this is why we don't need guns.
Yeah. No, we don't need guns.
This is why we need
guns.
To protect ourselves and to do this and to do that.
We need to be more secure, blah, blah.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, man. I do feel like the optics on the jovial side is perfect for Trump. But in the mass, I don't know what to say. I feel like saying this is a bit harsh, but America deserves Trump.
Oh, yikes.
Right.
And I don't mean America, the individuals, but I mean America
as a country
and the idea of America as a whole.
It suits.
It deserves
the narrative that
it like only a country like that can create a Trump.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course you're gonna get someone like Trump who can get shot and it be like, whoa, he's so cool. He's so like, look at him, he's chosen. Like, only America could do that.
Do you feel like we're moving to a time where people want more political figures with like a personality, or just a bit more of like no filters? Because like, for example, in our recent election, obviously Labour won, but I don't think Labour won because people wanted Labour. Labour won because people wanted Conservatives out. But obviously Reform UK, I think headed up by Nigel Farage, is like, it went. I think they had more votes than Lib Dem, like in the percentage.
Oh, yeah, I think percentage, right?
Yeah, but even that is.
Well, they were more popular, like second and third in quite a few constituencies.
But that again, I feel like it's a more optical thing, because it's like, if you don't vote for Conservatives, most people end up, quote unquote, throwing the vote away because they vote for like a Green Party or something. And it's like, if apparently something about a household head count thing. So it's like, if 3 people in the house, or 3 people, if this house votes Labour, 2 people vote Labour and 2 people vote Conservative. 1 person votes Conservative, 1 person votes Green. That house is a Labour house, right? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those votes don't count anymore. They don't count those votes.
Yeah.
So it's like, if we're voting, if they're checking the constituency and they're saying, okay, this particular area, 25% of them voted Green, 25% voted Conservative, and 50% voted Labour. The whole constituency is a Labour.
Yeah. Even though
everything else is thrown to the side.
Yeah.
So of course it's gonna look like they're winning if they're gonna be counting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
I
mean,
feel like
if they were to change the voting system and it became more like,
then it'd be different.
Yeah,
it'd be a whole different
it'd be
result.
very mad.
Yeah.
But I feel like this world is becoming more. I don't know. It's almost like it's cyclical in the sense that it's come back to a cycle of like people just not caring what they're saying anymore. You know how we went from like a very PC like culture. I feel like it's now reverting back to
it being over.
We don't care anymore. We're gonna say what we say.
Because a lot of things are kind of happening, even in France. I think they're okay now, but there was like
hung parliament.
Yeah, there was like a rise of like the right.
It's been happening in Italy as well. Yeah. It's and a lot of places. I think a lot of people are just tired.
Even
of the culture.
This is not. It's not politics. Well, I guess it could be, but the people in Barcelona complaining about the tourists coming in.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just tired of everybody.
Yeah. South Africa, same thing's happening. there's a lot of like, they've been, I don't know if it's necessarily killings, but there's been a lot of hate towards especially like Nigerians who have moved.
It's been there for a while, though.
It's been there for a while, but there's a lot of like, I watched a documentary recently where they were talking about and how like the party is getting more and more popular with like it, I guess, being like
nationalism and stuff, right?
And stuff. Nationalism is rising around the world in general. You know, a lot of people are there's a weird like pride, that's like arising with people,
and I feel like it's funny how like the way they all present is quite similar.
Yes.
So like very outspoken, very against the grain, very like patriotic. You'll probably see like the flag and like certain symbols and stuff. And it reminds me of like, I guess going back to Trump, just this whole idea of this strong figure, outspoken, very brash, and almost the idea of like speaking up for the unspoken.
Yeah. As in very rebellious.
Yeah.
Because I think with Trump here, this is why he's going to end up winning this thing.
You think so?
Yes. I can see. I could generally see. Funny thing is,
what do you know?
I don't know anything. Don't worry, guys. But the thing is, even if Biden steps down, the person that comes in won't be able to beat Trump.
You don't think so?
No.
Again,
he was going to go. Harris will not.
I personally feel like, again, optics in it. So like, unfortunately, I feel like because she's a black woman, I don't know if America will rally behind, because like with Biden, like a lot of people, let me not speak for everyone, but like people have been happy with his performance.
Apparently both of them actually been good. But with Harris, apparently they don't know what she does.
Yeah, so I think she seems more of like a supportive role.
Yeah. I mean, she's vice.
Yeah, but like her career background is quite different.
That is always a bit of a tarnishing thing for people always try. I mean, especially in the black populace, to bring that up quite a lot.
But like back then there was energy and vim for certain things, whereas now she seems a bit softer and like, oh, you know, you'll see her when it comes to the memes and being jokey. And
right.
The same quote that she says again and again. So like, I guess she looks like quite calm. Whereas like obviously like Trump, I mean, who knows? Maybe if she was now like the candidate, she might like show more like vim and more energy and stuff. Because I feel like naturally against the Trump, you're probably gonna have to like show more brass, especially when you've had, you know, Biden, who has come across more
timid.
Yeah.
That's
and
what
stuff.
saying.
But yeah, I think there's just a lot there with just, again, trying to get back to optics, because especially with politics, optics is kind of everything, and perception
of course.
becomes reality. So now with obviously my guy getting shot, what that image will kind of portray and how that will kind of fuel certain things. And like the idea of like, you know, people, in like 20 years time, I could see that being printed out.
It's branding another day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, I know it's a bit of a, I don't know if it's not necessarily a tangent, but isn't it sad how that got so much attention?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, people, because I think someone made like I don't know if it's a video or something, but they're talking about how like it took just one bullet hitting a man to get this much attention, and then people are dying in Palestine.
Yeah.
Is the landscape of the Western world, no?
It's kind of
unfortunately,
because obviously it's like, surely that shows how biased, I guess.
Yeah.
These
But even is this general with like celebrity culture, political figure? Like as long as you're in the limelight, people are gonna care more about what they're doing as opposed to the people that are living these everyday
regular lives.
Yeah, you know I mean,
yeah.
So like for example, like even the person who got shot, I think they've spoken about the person, but like apparently he jumped to save his family's life and that. Obviously, he's now passed away from that incident, and it's like.
No one's
you probably won't hear that much about it afterwards.
It's peak though, because like people find his Twitter and it's not looking good. Like he jumped in front to save his family. That's very admirable. My guy was a I think a volunteer marshal, firefighter person as well. But it's literally like, and so that image presented, great guy, amazing guy,
of course,
honorable, and then now
like,
other stuff now comes out that affects that image, and now the sympathy and stuff kind of is affected. And I think it's like you were saying, Burns, with like, you know, both of you, like obviously it's mad to see how people can raise this, whether it's like uproar, whether it's banter about this incident about like Trump being shot, but then other people are being killed, and it's like, it's crazy. Or like, because the media have been like, oh, you know, this is a conflict between two sides where and they give off the message of it's an equal fight. So it's like, these people is just and I think it's like you were saying, Burns, with like, you know, both of you, like, obviously it's mad to see how people can raise this, whether it's like uproar, whether it's banter about this incident about like Trump being shot, but then other people are being killed. And it's like, it's crazy. Or like, because the media have been like, oh, you know, this is a conflict between two sides where and they give off the message of it's an equal fight. So it's like, these people is just you know, these people died, but it's like, no, people were killed, but nobody's really saying people were killed. And it's not until like, you know, obviously Palestinians are sharing their own media and the stories in the media that we're able to be like, okay, this is actually quite severe. But it's interesting to see a role that media now plays into like all of this, because it affects how we as the people kind of like look at everything. Even like the Trump like thing, like I don't think we're all deep in like, there was a assassination attempt. Now, some people don't think it's real. There's that side of it.
AI.
Just a quick point though, quickly before we move on. I think the term compassion fatigue came to mind when it came to like talking about like the everyday person that is being involved, like for example Palestine or Ukraine or wherever there's war at the moment. So compassion fatigue is like a term that describes the physical, emotional, and psychological impact of helping others, often through experience of stress or trauma. But it's often like confused with burnout. So like I think what's happened is that because we are bombarded with so much bad news every single day, it gets I think it's different. The compassion fatigue can, I guess, happen if it's not as linked that strongly to you, if that makes sense.
Right.
I feel like the closer it is to you, the less you're going to be fatigued. Because like, it's sometimes in Ghana or something like
it matters to you more.
It's more gonna like, do you know what I mean? Whereas if it's somewhere and you hear it every single time, eventually you just kind of I'm not saying that's the right thing to do.
No, of course. But then you're in your head, you're like, okay, well, it's not affecting me.
Because you have to remember that this stuff has, in terms of how we digest all this news and this information, is very recent. I mean, in the past 20 years, 30 years, we've seen how much technology's changed and how much news is shared. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, this is kind of a side effect of this birth of technology. Do you know what I mean? That we're all experiencing. But
Agree.
I've got a question.
Go on.
I guess like, but as you're saying, like, there's a lot that over the past like 30 years, just a lot has changed, and we just have access to too much. How do you think people, or not that there have to be like rules for it and stuff, but how do you feel like what's the best way of maybe like navigating through like all of this, especially when there's like narratives that certain people are going to put because it's media is, you know, controlled format of like entertainment, where like people will kind of put their own narratives on things, and news may not always come from a credible source or be biased and all of these things. So like for both of you, like how best do you think people should like navigate all of that?
I don't know if there's a right way to do it, because there's always going to be bias, unfortunately. Like I do feel like even with people who are on the right side or the wrong side or the left side, whichever way you want to look at it, but there's always going to be people who are going to lean more to you. I know it's a silly example, but I can give you this example. Love Island, right? When we're watching Love Island and you are rooting for like a person, like, oh, I really want them to be together, and then maybe something happens and suddenly they become a villain. It's like, it's very easy for people to...
Why do I feel like you're talking about Ayo?
But no, that's a good example though.
I'm not watching this, I know who that is.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it's very easy to vilify people, and it just takes one thing. So it's always very... I feel like media outlets and how news is being portrayed and stuff, it's never nuanced on both sides. Even if the side is right, they always try to make sure that they show you the most extreme version of it, so that you can kind of like come to their side quicker, or, you know, agree with them faster, so that be it that it will stop people being killed, or be it that they have more power to keep killing people, they want to kind of get you to their side as quick as possible. So I do feel like people... it's the onus is on people to kind of say, okay, let me invest. Like even with what you're saying right now, you say you haven't watched it, but you know like who Ayo is, and maybe the proper people talking bad about him, and like this guy is a da 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 da. to the point where even sometimes even the host can't even hide their bias. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Maya will go on and you can still tell if she's leaning towards one person or the other. So I do feel like it's up to us to be like, okay, what's happening here? Like, do I really have any bias going in? Because it's like if you're going in and you've been hurt by someone who looks like an IO, or maybe you are the IO, then it's going to make it, you're going to already take sides. Like, oh no, I get what IO's doing. Because like obviously like I've been in that situation and I did the same thing and I understand. Or someone like I hurt you and then suddenly you're like no. And I think it's the same with news. It's like I think we spoke about it last week where we're talking about it's always black and white. It's never really a grey. And I feel like the grey is the most important part because when you get to that point you start to realize, hold on a second, there are actual people who are Jewish and supporting the Palestine being a state. It's like there's a nuance in everything.
Yeah, it makes it look like there's only one side.
And it makes it look like, everybody here is bad and everybody here is good.
Which is not true.
But it's like there's always a nuance to it. So I do feel like in the best thing, I don't think we're ever going to get that from news or media outlets. I'll be honest.
And I think that's why it's important to read a range of news outlets just to get a whole picture. Because I think, what was it? They've always shown on social media where you see one news outlet will put in a certain way. Look at another one.
And it's completely, yes.
And it makes sense though, because it's like, we can speak about things from our perspective, but we all have 3 different perspectives. Do you know what I mean? So it always be different. But you said something about it being true or false, the Trump thing.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely true. I don't think it's a hoax. I think...
How can you be so sure?
I can't be so sure. But my gut tells me that was real. I just feel like, to actually get your ear shot like that.
People have done worse.
Yeah,
bro. Wait, have you watched Scandal?
Nah. So my missus was telling me about it, and basically, apparently, something like this happened where they on purpose did like a scandal like this.
They killed the president's son in order for my guy to win the presidency. Like, it's wild.
It's definitely not out of
The thing is, this is what I mean by media. See, now you guys already. I've not watched it.
No, I haven't watched it either. But I'm saying, even outside of that, there's been multiple situations
where
Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett.
Who's that?
Empire.
I didn't watch Empire.
When a man loves a man.
You know? So basically, there was a gentleman who said he had a hate crime.
I know he is.
And it turns out that it was all like a setup.
I'm the gay black Tupac.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like my point is that we've seen multiple instances of it being true and not being true. So when it comes to a situation like this, I prefer for it to play out, I suppose. But you seem very sure, and I'm interested to know why you're so sure.
I think, you know what? These days, I kind of take things... I do question when things are fake, but I generally do feel like there was assassination attempt on him, mainly because of how crazy Trump has been and the pain he's brought a lot of Americans.
But for context,
I'm not also condoning. No. I'm just saying, like, even with the capital, the storm of the capital, like even with that, you can already see that there's a lot of chaos.
But this person who committed this crime was
a Republican. Whether his views changed, we don't know yet. But like, he has a history.
So he wasn't
having those views. Yeah,
essentially.
But like, I just feel like is America number one. Gun violence is a normal there. Unfortunately, it's normal in America. It's not like it's some brand new thing. Do you know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but it's true. Like,
the PR ain't good.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like it doesn't feel, and it's happened before in America on presidents.
But last time was Reagan, no?
Yeah, Reagan.
But it actually happened.
That was tight.
Like,
I was expecting Barack Obama. Like, not saying it should happen, but when Barack Obama was out there coming, I was waiting to hear someone be like, it will happen.
But the thing is, I feel like the safety of like presidential candidates and presidents has been much higher than it has been previous, like the Reagan era.
It's definitely up.
So it's like, it's such a weird thing to have it happen because it's like, first of all, it's Trump. Outside of Trump even running for presidency, his life is mostly on the edge because people always hate him. People hated Trump from the beginning. So it's like, you'd think people around him would keep him safer. Outside of him running for president.
I think that was the main surprise with me, because I swear there's been a similar thing that's happened in the past, and these man got him off stage quick.
So it's like, it seems like they were more lax than usual.
I will be honest, I think because of the image that came out on Twitter when it all happened.
With the fist.
Yeah, with the fist. Like there's one
On the floor?
image. No, of him with the flag above his head.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
it's not
that's too perfect.
it's not it's not the original image because that was cropped. But the one I saw, I was like, I can't lie, the composition, everything seems so perfectly like
the photographer's
framed that this is just off the top of my head, I was like, not saying that I think it's fake or I don't think it's fake. I was just like, initially I was like, no, this just looks too like, what the hell? And then Time magazine already
were ready to go. Yeah,
got the photograph, put it on their cover.
That might be right though. It could be true.
You know what it is? Unfortunately, that composition, that shot makes it feel fake.
But I feel that's the thing. Like for some people, I think that because loads of people probably commented more about the photograph itself rather than like what actually happened. Because sometimes I'm like, no, guys, we're talking about a potential assassination attempt. Like someone almost got killed on stage. We're out here bantering about like many men and all manners of things because the picture looks hard because the optics are incredible. But then I went to find the other photographer and I keep saying I need to find his name and I will. Evan Vucci.
Okay.
And he's like a seasoned photographer. Got a Pulitzer Prize, I think, for photography.
You got what's the prize?
Pulitzer Prize. For photography, like photographs like Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, all them, like politics and stuff. So I was like, okay, he knows what he's doing. But when I saw the full picture, I was like, oh, it doesn't come across as overly composed. Right, it's just somebody just did a very good crop. But also, I think the whole fist. Wait. Fist pump in the air. And
what was he saying? What was he saying, by the way?
He was telling the Secret Service.
No, I'm saying it was in the picture. I think he looked like he was swearing. But you know when he was like this.
No, I think he was just in a state.
Yeah. If that does happen to you, I could imagine
I think
you're
just a state. Like... But it's just, in my head, I was like, you really thought to do a fist pump. I can't lie, from my head, from a strategy point, I was just like, that was smart. Yeah, I'm not saying you planned it so you could do it. I'm just saying that was just, you're thinking you think Joe Biden will think that quickly on his feet? I don't know.
I don't think they'll even let him. Like,
that's the thing. Yeah. So it's just like,
bro's not doing that.
And I'll be honest, after watching Scandal, I watched it again as well, like recently. And, just the same way with the presidential election, with like Facebook getting involved and doing all of this stuff to swing the election, it's like, I think quite a few people, and the character of Trump as well, again, you're a criminal. People wouldn't put it past him to do all of this stuff in order to like push things that way. So I think when the look of the photograph, the fist bump, that time cover with the flag in the back, so many things, it's just like the timing of everything and the way everything looks just looks great. But that can be us as people just adding so much to the image that we're not really thinking about what actually occurred. Because I don't think a lot of us have been like, rah.
If that image never came, if you just look at the situation by itself, that happened, bruv. He was about to die. Like there was a graphic that showed that if he didn't turn his head at that moment, that's going straight through his brain. So he would have been dead.
So you see, and that's another interesting thing because I guess if it was a hoax, that shooter must have been on job, or maybe the bullet never hit him and then he just cut his own ear.
No, there was a statement.
So when you went down like a WWE thing.
No, there was a.
He does love the WWE.
There was an initial statement I think that came out where someone was like, "Oh, the teleprompter glass shattered," and
oh, okay.
But like, there's pictures obviously, and the teleprompters are fine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think that's
is it? Okay.
I think that's what also maybe added to like the initial like, oh, is this real? Is this not real? And we're not saying all of this obviously to like endorse the guy and be like, oh my gosh.
No.
But it's just more like the visuals really contributed to what we're all saying. The fact, people are making album covers and all manners of things and stuff. It's just very interesting.
And a lot of rappers are going to start putting that in the verse. 100%. Shot didn't die like Trump.
Is that not mad?
Bro. Yeah. But this isn't the first time they've done that.
Yeah,
man. It's a wild thing. I think,
yeah.
We're in a crazy world, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of optics, so obviously, recently, like you were saying earlier about what's his name, Kang. What's his name again?
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors.
What's it, K?
And obviously, you said about him.
And
his whole
dancing.
Thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So obviously something happened recently, and I guess it's more so just to see what you guys think about it. But so obviously his whole PR is a bit of all over the place.
I mean, is it though? Because Meagan Good is washing him.
Good.
Good.
We've got to wrap it out. But do you feel like it's working, first of all?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
100%.
Okay. And secondly, so obviously Michael Ealy was hugging up on Meagan Good, right?
Lifting up.
Yeah, like a whole spin. Like, let me look at you. All that kind of stuff.
Let me look at you.
Yeah. It's been so long. Mikey.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All this kind of stuff.
A bit too friendly, man.
How do you guys feel about that? And does it work in favor with his whole PR cleanup?
That was you know what? I think what's funny, I haven't watched the full video, but apparently in the full video he actually daps him up.
Yeah, but he daps him up first.
Yeah.
He's the guy in the middle. Why are you going to dap up the guy in the middle first?
Because I'm going to greet your babes and lift her.
I didn't see this video properly, man.
Because I don't know. I genuinely feel like the PR thing is like, I feel like it's going to the point where it's making him look worse than he imagined it would. But
in terms of what, okay, when you say that, what do you mean?
Well, so we have to like bear in mind this is the guy who was the versus face.
Nah, guys. The lift up and the way she's
Yeah.
The legs in the air.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh my god. But like I genuinely feel like from D-Smoke was there as well.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was wearing a green hat, I believe.
Yeah,
Now I'm just like, why is D-Smoke with him?
That's a good question. But I think maybe they're just
You know what this reminds me of? Quick segue. You know when TMZ someone filmed Diddy like
yes
walking
with King Los.
yes.
There's this rapper called King Los. And when they were walking,
my guy was
he looked so scared. He was like, oh my god, no. But apparently he signed to Diddy's label for a while and left it. So they have a relationship.
Interesting. But yeah, it just that
that
that association. I'm just like, why weren't you doing that? You're not shifting enough for me.
Yeah,
so that's why I feel like in terms of Jonathan Major's like PR, it's working well because people are happy to still be seen with him. But anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, but what I find interesting is obviously he was this big sex symbol. He was the best actor in the world a second ago.
No, but he's a very good actor though.
He is.
He's a great actor.
But it's like to obviously see that whole downfall.
Just reminded me of a tweet. I'm so sorry.
Which one?
So it was like, I know Jonathan Majors is a great actor, something along these lines. And like I know him watching that film with Megan, that Tyler Perry film with Megan in it, pained him.
I mean, it was before his time though.
I've watched
that
it.
Was so
it was before his time though, so I hear it. But it's like, yeah, so like obviously no, you're good. So seeing all of that and then being all that, like the biggest actor, getting paid, and then suddenly becoming
Marvel
this whole
money.
sex symbol. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like now that whole situation happens. You go like you do the whole interview on what was it? This Good Morning America or CNN or whatever.
Macarena.
Yeah, and you do that and you talk about Megan, they should pan the camera to her and she's like sitting down. It's like so all of this happens. And then these things are happening. And it's like, now you're being scrutinized on camera because you can't do anything. You can't say, yo, you're out of line because the moment you do that, someone's gonna be like,
I hear it.
Look at him.
Aggressive.
It's like, is he meant to kind of like just like, you know what? I dug my hole. I have to kind of firm it. I have to stay in it and just be humble. Can't do anything crazy.
He can't do anything on camera.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he had a conversation behind closed doors?
I think I had a word.
You think
word
so?
with, I think he had a word with him.
Yikes.
Hey, let me chat to you.
I don't think he would have had a word with him.
But with her?
If the social media...
No, I don't think he talked to her at all. Sorry.
No, I'm saying if social media didn't put it in that way, I don't think he would have had a word with him. I think he would have been left.
Do you reckon?
Yes. Yeah. And I think this is a big thing, like, in general. I feel like the internet and social media do a lot.
It creates something.
Did that with Keke Palmer?
Yeah, with her man.
Yeah.
Do the same thing there.
Right.
Like, and even the way he responded, for me at the time, felt like he was trying to sun her in front of the internet.
Yep.
Because he had the internet in mind. So like, even with this, the only reason I feel like he talked to Michael Ealy is because the internet has responded and because the optics just make him look subservient, make him look like he got played, like make it look like Michael Ealy doesn't respect him. And some of those things might be true. They may not be true. We don't know. But it's like the internet has added to that.
Some extra spice.
Seasoned
and again, it comes into the thing of like perception and reality. Unfortunately, like with media and the internet, that ends up becoming the story and reality. Whereas like that could have actually just been a very chill interaction between isolated
Good
from
friends.
like, yeah.
That's it.
Would you let a Michael Ealy type?
Okay.
No, let's ask Burns first.
Oh yes. Wow, Burns looks like he's ready to fight.
That's wild, man.
Don't forget to spin.
Yeah, you're not spinning my missus around.
So you're not spinning my missus around.
That's my missus, that.
You gotta have a word after that, man.
Hey.
Let me chat to you, big man. Come around the corner, yeah?
Have a word.
Hey, you alright, yeah?
Yeah, I can't lie. That's
Right, you see
crazy.
that? Never again.
That's
right?
crazy. Because like I could never do that to someone else. That's like think about it.
Yeah.
In our like ask me Michael Ealy, for example. Fair. Another man's babes, you're
I can't like even if that happens, I internally might even be like, whew.
Like, what am I doing? How did I get to that point that I'm now spinning someone around?
That's so funny. I didn't care, but now I'm just like, not that even for me, like, if that's my babes, what? It's more like, if I was Michael Ealy, how would I feel?
No, there's no way.
How would you feel?
I probably would be like, crap, because
bear in mind, it's someone you have a relationship with.
yeah, no, that's the thing, because
you know,
I haven't got any friends that I can do that with, or I'd want to.
I wouldn't want to be
like,
fair.
why am I spinning you around?
But at the same time,
What?
I'm also like, they have known each other for a very long time, long before Jonathan Majors came into either of their lives.
yeah.
So that's why
I don't
initially,
think Jonathan Majors was even acting.
Yeah.
when they knew each
growing
other.
up in school, probably in university, like,
Yeah.
so for me, I was like, okay, like they actually have had a longer relationship
Yeah.
before
I
I
imagine
came in the
it's
picture.
like the one that got away.
Behave.
Oh,
So yeah, initially for me, my feelings were very much like, you just came here, you just got here, bro.
Yeah.
Relax.
Nah, that's bad though.
But if I was Michael Ealy and that happened, I would probably be like, oh, I might just maybe say a word like, oh yeah, bro, that's my sis.
That's worse.
Yeah,
That is much
or
worse.
just make. But
That's my
this is
sis.
me talking, maybe from personal experience.
You
I
spin
might-
your sisters?
No,
What's
no,
going
but
on
that's
here?
me. I don't. But if that was to happen, I feel like I'd have to overcompensate to him in order to make sure, like, I don't want you to feel.
too.
That's great.
Bro,
But to balance it
That
out,
is the only way you can
Balance
balance
that,
out. You
that's
need to
funny.
spin Jonathan Majors too.
you seen that Juicy's skit? Juicy.
Oh,
yeah.
That just made it more funny. To be honest.
Made it worse. Made it look way worse.
Yeah,
When
got it.
I saw that before. I think
Yeah,
I saw the skit
yeah.
before I saw that original, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait, there's no way this actually happened.
Yeah.
And I looked at the video. I was like, okay, this is quite bad.
Power of the internet, though, because again, just we will amp it up, and that will maybe damage his ego and pride, and then who knows?
Do you reckon he'll be fine? I reckon.
No, he has to be.
He'll be alright.
He has to be.
He has to be.
No,
No, I feel like now he's forced
he
to be.
actually has to be.
He'll be
Like,
alright. You tough, right?
Unfortunately, and this is even small compared to like what could have actually happened to him if he like after him getting like the charge and stuff. Like if he went to jail, that's you paying time in prison. Like,
Oh yeah.
you came out with a fine, so it's like, okay, these in the grand scheme of things, like you just having to like face the scrutiny or like observation of the public is small, but it is kind of not peak. But I've noticed how with every small interaction that is like shared, so whether it's like Jonathan and Meagan at like a press thing or a red carpet thing, and let's say they're both on the red carpet and he might look a bit, like some will maybe interpret it as lost, some as impatient, that becomes a story. Or like when they are talking about Meagan and he's just there by the side, people are then going to interpret that as something. So I think it's just interesting to see how his like image is being portrayed and how he's being like surveilled in a sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is a way to be like, oh my gosh, poor Jonathan. Like, no. But it's just interesting to observe.
Because
Like,
he went from like macho man to this kind of quote sissified version of himself. Where it's like now he's like almost like docile. I suppose.
That
which is
Creed
interesting.
film,
Bro.
that around Creed was when he was just like
everyone's looking at him like
Yeah.
this, kind of like
he
Arnold
played that
Schwarzenegger.
role.
Like
He played that role too well. I didn't like him
Really?
in that film at all.
I didn't even watch it.
Creed,
Not the third one.
to be fair, I haven't watched the second or
Wait,
third. to be
moving like
fair.
this.
Bro, what is this guy
I'm
does?
telling you, around the ring is he's doing.
Did he win? Oh, never mind. No, don't me.
Guess we'll never know. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, is it coming home?
Oh,
I guess
God.
it didn't come home.
Well, anyway,
Pella.
you know what? Nah, I'm alright, mate.
No,
All
you're
right, mate.
Sport Ghana. But no, it is, yeah. No, you know what? So I realized growing up as a kid, I was an English supporter.
Is it?
I feel
Yeah.
like, would you say you were?
Hell no.
Oh yeah, to be
Yeah,
fair.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
But I was gonna say, I feel like even me, like I feel all of us at that
all
age,
of us,
like,
bro. When I had like
I
a
support
red,
my country.
shirt with
Really?
England.
Yeah, I had one too.
I feel like there was a
So
time when all of us like were proper English supporters. And I think for me, it's not, I always support England to some extent, not as much as Ghana,
Right.
but like with that, I think the Euros of
2021.
2020 or 2021,
Oh, yeah,
20,
fellas. Yeah.
because of the pandemic, I think it was meant to be, but
Mm-hmm.
because of that, I think that was a final nail in the coffin. I just stopped supporting England from that point onwards.
Mm.
Okay,
The only
that's
reason-
quite recent though.
Yeah, but I think for me, I'd seen enough nonsense with it because I was like,
I think there's a lot of tolerance.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Get says in his song with Sampha, Double Standards, he says that Raheem can score 100 goals or 1,000 goals, but if you miss a penalty, it's monkey jokes.
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, I'm like, nah, I can't support that kind of team. And I'm not saying that that's the majority of England supporters because obviously we all know people that support England. And they're not like that at all.
Yeah.
In fact, the team is a very good. It seems like a very
It's
good
a very
vibe.
good team.
Yeah.
Good team.
I mean,
Best team in a long time.
Yeah, so it's like, for me personally, I think as a team, they're amazing, but I can't wholeheartedly support them. So for example, if I'm being really honest with you guys, they're my sweepstakes team, innit? So I want peas from them, innit? So you get me?
I'm here for the money, man.
Yeah, I want my
money
peas, I
only.
want my bread, and they didn't give me that, so I'm very annoyed. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'm happy that Saka got his. There was a good story in there where in the semi-final he took the penalty, I believe.
Mm.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah,
yeah.
And then that was kind of like he's kind of beat his demons kind of thing. That,
Yeah.
so
Right,
that was a
right.
nice thing to see, and a lot of new players were introduced, like Kobe Manu, who's your heritage from Ghana.
Yeah.
He had an amazing Euros.
Yeah. Watkins.
As
Yeah.
well. I think is this nice, and I think sometimes it frustrates me with England where I think the people, when they hear us talking about this, they always say, "Oh, why are you talking about race again? No, stop dividing us. Shut up, shut up, bruv." Like, this is our experience. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's talk about it. Like, we always carry the nation, bro. And I'm not saying like
Of recent, especially.
yes, but it's
Yeah.
like we are a massive contribution
Yeah.
to the success of England,
Yeah.
this football team anyway.
Especially
makes no sense.
when you want to do a percentage and oh my gosh, but there's only 3% of you in
So
the
it's like
country.
there's way too
but
many.
we're overrepresented in carrying.
Definitely
Yeah,
overrepresented.
yeah.
We as English as you are, whether you like or not, if you want to do it on a race thing, cool, whatever, innit? But when it comes down to the stats, when it comes down to the paper, we as English as you. So I think for me, for a country not to accept people like that and only cheer them on when they do well, for me, I can't really support that. It's not really a bit of me. And I don't know how it is in Spain, because obviously Nico Williams, he's also from Ghana, and also Lamine Yamal.
So he's from Ghana.
No, I think he's from Equatorial Guinea.
Okay. Cool.
They're obviously two black players as well.
Yeah.
I want to see how their reception would have been in Spain
If they had lost.
They lost.
if they had lost. I don't think it would have been bad personally, because I think they had amazing Euros, but like
I see what you're
the
saying.
Spanish have problems as well.
You know, they
Spain and
they
Italy,
defo
them two.
you. They
Spain,
Hey.
Italy, France,
France, yeah,
Portugal.
yeah. Portugal, they do have their problems, but it's not as bad as.
Well, I think maybe our perception of bad is different because
I can't they're all colonial. former
Anyway,
colonial.
let's say
Yeah,
let's say
Kinnick,
Europe
Kinnick,
anyway.
Yeah.
Because for me, you guys saw when I did the rule of sport, soon to come back by the way. When I did
Yeah, please, thank you.
when I did the rule of sport, like I was so passionate about AFCON because
Mm.
I could just generally enjoy it. There wasn't this thing
AFCON
about
is a better tournament.
oh,
by
100% by far. I was so entertained,
Yeah.
and it was generally because it was good vibe. Obviously, it got a bit techie at the end because obviously it was basically everyone versus Nigeria at that point. But it was still banter.
Michael looking for like,
It was still banter though.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's not like it's not.
It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you guys that we
Yeah.
threw out of our country and
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
any like wow,
Yeah.
I've got something over you.
yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
more just competitive.
We're
like,
not talking about each other's race. Or we're not
It's
talking
about the sport.
it's
yes.
about the sport.
Yeah.
Like
So
we
it's-
have a better team than you.
yes, it's
this player
banter.
is
Do you know
bad.
what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
furthest it will go.
Mhm.
But for us, it always have to be about race. It's like that's what like when the black person takes a penalty, all of us are now nervous.
Yeah.
because it's like
Do you know what's even scarier is whenever there is like a semi-final or final and England's in there, there's always the conversation of if you're black and you're in the pub, leave.
get out now, and that should not be it.
Isn't that so sad
That's
though?
sad. That's why I
It's
can't
like,
support it.
hey guys, look, if you're black in the pub, leave now. Like 10 minutes to the end of the match. We're not scoring a goal. Leave. Like, start finding the train. There's no night tube. Like, bro, like, find your way home. Like, call an Uber.
Nah. Imagine Obi wanted me to go all the way to deep Essex.
What, to watch the game?
To watch the game.
Essex.
Yeah, nah, you're good.
I was like, I beg your finest pardon.
Essex, I will play.
You now want me to come home. I live near a certain football club.
Yeah, you're done.
That back in the day,
You know. You know.
I'm not getting
no
around there.
blacks.
Yeah. Especially
Like,
don't
police escort them from the station
You know how crazy
to the
that is?
stadium.
Yeah.
So I was like, please,
But, I mean, in terms of optics now, obviously, they've lost again.
Yeah.
They've been losing for a while.
Yeah.
I think I saw a video of Kelechi saying
Yeah.
that until they return the stolen goods
Yeah.
to Benin.
I'll be honest, yeah. I think England losing this final and been losing finals is spiritual.
It has to be.
Because you can't. You know what? Spain were actually the better team. They've been the best team
They
for
were
the
the
competition.
they were a better team.
But that last one against Italy is spiritual.
That one was painful.
That was the worst. That was worse than this one.
I was very conflicted in that match because obviously
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
So it's like, who's done me dirty the most?
dirtier. I was like,
Dirtier.
yeah. I was like, But yeah, you're right though. I do feel like maybe there's something
It's
to it
spiritual, man.
because
Maybe someone give him a curse.
Someone tied their destiny to Calabash and just dropped it in the Thames and said, "You never know peace."
no, yeah, of course. But also, I do feel like I think it's something in British culture in general. But we're very safe people. I say people like I'm part of it, but you know what I mean? Like there's this culture of like don't do too much.
Yeah.
Like
They hate
because
when
if you do
express
too
yourself.
much and you like the reason why let's say like American football, as in like South American football, is so flamboyant and African football is so flamboyant because of how their culture actually is.
Yes, yeah.
And it bleeds into the sports and how
Yeah,
they
yeah.
communicate. So they can have these kind of like flamboyant skills and
Yeah.
like people doing all these kind of like, throwing themselves out there.
Yeah.
British football is very
Like, think about Beckham. Like,
Mhm.
I remember the Netflix
Yeah.
show and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's like I forgot what happened
Mm.
at the time, but I think like when he lost the Euros, and other things, like he was public enemy number
Yeah,
one.
it
The
was-
thing is,
case.
and he's probably enemy number one because he was different.
Mm.
And
he was
You know,
playing like
even
a
to the point where
American-
I swear Ferguson was like, "I don't want you to become like a
Yeah,
star. Like,
yeah,
focus on the football."
That's is a very British way because I think reason why we're having more stars now,
Mm.
people like Bellingham, Saka, Cole Palmer, Eze. He didn't play as much. He's from South London even. He plays for Palace. You've got Ivan Toney. So my
Ivan
man,
Toney, yeah.
he obviously had his betting charges and that, but obviously he took he took a penalty, and the reason why people talk about it so much is because he didn't look at the ball.
Yeah.
He literally looked directly at the keeper and slotted it in. And it's like the reason why these people come hurt enemy number one because people don't like people that almost feel like they're doing
Confident,
too much,
cocky,
yeah.
It's such a-
arrogant.
it's like it's jealousy.
Yeah.
It's like people start getting some way like, oh.
Like, why he's good, but why is he so?
And also,
like,
another thing, this is a warning for the man them. We need to love Jude Bellingham. I don't know. You know a lot of guys don't like Jude Bellingham. They think he does too much.
really?
Fam,
To be fair, they did the same thing with Raheem Sterling.
people don't like Jude Bellingham, bro. Not because of
Bruh.
but just because he thinks he's doing too much.
because
And
he's confident and like he's young.
I'm happy for the brother. Because
No,
to see
of course,
someone
of course.
doing that at his age
Mm.
is insane. You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, Sha.
Yeah, because I genuinely speaking, I do feel like where we are now, and obviously with this whole kind of like reserve culture, of
Yeah.
it restricts not only like because obviously we're going to Olympics
Oh yeah,
in Paris as well,
Ah.
and it's like you see, I think this is my bias, but I enjoy competitive sports that actually have a fun element to it,
Same.
and it's like when it becomes so serious that it's just
That's why the NBA. I don't watch NBA personally, but
Yeah.
even when I see clips and whatever, I see the like how the players like wear certain like fits when they come into the locker rooms or whatever.
and
It's
it's like they're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And it's like with football, I think there's this, especially in British football, whenever they do like interviews at the end, you hear the same scripts. They usually be like, "Yep, that was a great 3 points.
Sound like that.
Yeah, obviously
Great-
we played
great 3 points.
Go give a shout out to the manager. The manager did the best.
Like, it's the same
obviously-
thing."
Right.
And it's like, I talk about,
defends our 12th
Nah, they sound like it's actually so nuts.
bro. When I say like, I know how it's so boring. And
Him
like
boring.
Bellingham doesn't do that. Bellingham will just say how.
That's why.
Do you know what I mean? So like,
I see.
I like it when players are just on. Even Declan Rice, sometimes he'll come out and say stuff and it's like, oh,
Didn't expect that.
you expect that, and he's like, no, it's good. I don't want to hear about. Oh, happy to get the 3 points. I don't care. I know you got 3 points. How are you feeling?
Laugh at them.
Do you know what I mean?
Shame
Like,
them.
yeah.
If they play haha, like it should be that.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like even yesterday in the game, a player called Danny Carvajal, he I think Saka got fouled, and he was like this. I don't
That was so rude. Yes.
But
yes.
I need that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though it
will charge you up.
I was annoyed when I saw that, but I was like, no, we need that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have some in the game, is like
Yeah.
It makes it interesting.
Get people's heads.
Yeah.
It makes like people start making mistakes because like they're feeling like, oh, hold on, these are laughing at me.
Yeah.
Like imagine you fall down or you trip on the ball, someone like takes the ball off you and everyone starts laughing.
Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna be like,
it'll pump you up.
And I took that personally.
yeah.
You need that.
That is But I think outside of the obviously them losing, I do feel like yesterday it kind of like dampened the British mood a bit.
You know what? It's sad because I was like, the reason I wanted England to win yesterday was because number one, money. But number two,
You're on a holiday.
I wanted people to just be happy.
Yeah.
Like even the weather yesterday was beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
Yeah.
It felt perfect. I was like, yeah, we're gonna win it.
Too perfect.
Yeah, and then
But I'll be honest, I kind of
really wanted to win.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what it is. I feel like sometimes things like this like force us to like address certain
Issues.
things because that's how it just been like, oh, we've won, yeah,
Forget about everything else.
Forget about everything
Yeah.
else. So love,
Yeah.
and then that's how we kind of like slip back into like old issues because we've not fully addressed stuff like because that's what we've been doing, it seems.
Yeah.
And now there's like a rise of all of these groups of people that are more and more prominent, more like they've always been there, but they're just a lot more loud.
Yeah.
And I feel like, not saying that, that it would have cured racism if we won. Like,
You know what though? I definitely do feel like, to my optics, I genuinely do feel like having these black players in the team is helping us.
No, I agree. It's
made us a more balanced.
It's just a shame
that it's not solved the problem.
Yeah,
but
it's just a shame that it feels like we would have to do all of this stuff to almost be accepted or seen as
we always
good.
Have to, we can never make a mistake. If you make a mistake, they're gonna get onto you.
Yeah,
but the bank holiday would have been nice though.
Would have been nice, man.
Yeah,
I suppose it would have. But me also, I'm just more cognizant of the fact that we have a new government, and I would hate for them to use this as an excuse to kind of hide. Like I want to see their yansh.
Yeah,
I want to see them like do the work.
Yeah,
yeah. This is not the time for them to be like, oh, everybody have fun, haha.
Yeah. That's actually
good cover still.
Very true. I would like to get to know the real Keir Starmer now. Because
and also that name is scary as it. No one's spoken about it, but his name is very scary.
Someone said, you know how they got like different leaders have like their own names, so they call it Starmerism.
That sounds like like a regime.
Yeah, bro. It's like under the rule of Keir Starmer, like.
It sounds too oppressive. It reminds me of like
Starmer sounds very
like,
oppressive.
When I heard the national anthem yesterday, shout out to the king.
I sang that though. That was a cool song.
I'm still adjusting.
Keir Starmer.
But I'm still adjusting to like God Save the King because it just sounds so like patriarchal,
powerful and heavy. Yeah.
There's a part that I don't love though. There's a part at the end where it's like
long to reign over us. Yep. I
always feel some way about that one.
You don't want him to reign over you for long? Just a short time?
Nah, but it sounds
raining over me sounds like very domineering.
It really does.
I mean, that's literally it.
But he doesn't do that though.
And this might be my own.
If he wants to,
this might be my own bias. Maybe because it's Lizzie. It was Lizzie at the time, so it's like
from a queen. It does. So it's like again, it's not as powerful.
But it feels more. it feels like like not saying that I'm a patriot or I'm like a monarchist, but it's just like long to reign over us, the queen, and maybe because her personality and stuff at the time.
More motherly. You're saying it's more motherly.
Yeah. The queen is much more easy, and also to some extent as well. We've grown up with her.
Yeah.
So
we're used to this is new for
so
us.
like king, and I don't know this man, and from what I've seen, I'm just like,
you're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
Stupid ass doodle.
You're not my dad.
Oh my gosh, a mess. But I will say, I know we're talking about Euros and stuff. Shout out to Talami Benson.
Yeah, shout
Oh
out.
yes.
Obviously, these two taken, and obviously you're taken.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
Yeah.
Like,
You what?
hold on a second. What's all this? All right, Michael Ealy.
I love seeing the black glove.
Yeah,
I
it
do.
is nice.
Love seeing.
And I also miss the culture, man. That-
What
Wags.
wag culture?
Wag
I
culture,
can't
yeah.
lie.
I miss
I
wag
can't lie.
culture.
I don't know what the events that kind of collided to make Talami Benson the one to like bring it back.
Her drip was cold.
No, the drip was
And,
amazing.
and she has her own audience. I think she was
Yeah.
already.
Oh,
is it? It's already-
Okay.
oh, fair.
So
people
Some-
know her already.
certain
I believe so.
certain
Yeah.
aura that I'm just like,
yeah,
yeah.
she knows how to put it on.
Yeah.
Like she knows. Like I think obviously there's wives in the crowd, but they don't stand out.
Nah.
No offense,
Nah.
but like
respectfully.
respectfully, yeah. And I feel like just that culture is like I miss that culture, man.
Shout out to Colleen, shout out to Beck.
Because it's like having that
Rush and
culture
Beck.
just makes it makes it more interesting just seeing the world of football as opposed to just like I get it, focus on the sport, that's it. But also it also kind of feels like someone telling me to shut up and dribble at the same time. Because like
Right.
why? I want to see some skills. I want to
Yeah.
see everything around it. I
It's
want to see
it's
the
a whole thing though, isn't it?
you know. It's like if I want to escape, let me escape fully.
That's-
Don't let me escape for 90 minutes. I
you
want to
know-
escape outside of like more.
You know what? I feel like this might be my thing with like football, you know? Because I don't know if it's the logical side of my brain. I'm just like, okay, it's a sport, cool, you get to watch people. But I feel like the world building around it, because basketball, I feel like if the times made sense for me to watch, I could definitely get invested.
You can't do 2 a.m. bro.
But like, yeah, football is just very like, oh.
It feels like the routine.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I miss? Yeah, is I remember
Interesting.
World Cup. I think it was 2010, if I'm not bugging.
yes.
Zinedine
Yes.
Zidane.
Yes.
When he
yes.
headed,
Yes.
like those
yes,
moments,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
That's what I live for. I'm like,
yes.
like, even yesterday when he was like, those moments where you can remember
We
it,
need that.
bro. It's not you can't do football like
Even- And you know what?
Like,
Even,
every
it
single
pains
time.
me as a Ghanaian, but even Suarez doing that.
No,
That's-
it was
Yes,
real
yes,
cinema.
yes,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
where
yeah.
I was in the boarding house.
Yeah.
And it's mad, yeah,
You
because
remember those moments.
we
It's a
even
moment.
we
Fam.
even had like exchange students in like, was it from Brazil or was it from Spain? One of them.
Oh, so you guys were like,
So as in we were really
yeah.
and yeah, they were all like taunting us and everything when
And
the
that-
hand
and
of
that's the
God
thing,
point
like,
two,
it-
2.0.
It reminds me of again. I know we've already mentioned WWE with Trump, but it reminds me of that. I think that's the thing
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what we love about the Trump situation is the theatrics around a situation that's so serious that but it makes you escape beyond just the moment. Now you start to think about
Yeah, it's
is
more-
this real? It's not real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't lie. This is what actually kind of really got me into like American politics at one point because I was just like, this just seems like this is insane.
Yeah.
I love debates as well.
Yeah.
I love debates.
Like I remember Boris Johnson when he was having his whole, and it's like I as much as I don't like him, the fact that he could make those things entertaining, makes you escape for a moment because those things are so serious, things that happen in the world. But sometimes
Yeah,
you just want to just be like,
Yeah.
let me just
yeah.
It's just mad though when it's like,
our own expense.
It's our own
Yes.
because I think that's the issue now. It's like with UK politics, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
this is
not-
bad.
yeah.
Banter. Everyone's saying, oh, Priti Patel is whatever.
And
Like,
then
it's
he
kept-
comes to
like,
power.
and then it's like, oh no, these people are. This is insane. Or even like,
Yeah.
I'm a celebrity. It's like, oh, Nigel Farage. Oh, Farage, he's on thingy.
Even Dominic
and we're
Cummings.
laughing, but it's like, look at
like this guy was really smooching, do smoochy.
But you actually like, you guys did not
cleaned
handle
up
the
good, though.
pandemic well.
They
So
didn't.
it's like finding that balance is weird when these people are, you know,
it has to
not
be
so
like
great
a
people
level
at the same
of
time.
work being done in order to be entertaining. It can't just be like even with the football. Like if these lot are playing good football, and on top of that we're being entertained, that's when we can appreciate it. But if they're playing bad football, like there's so many teams. I can't remember. There's one team that always gets laughed at, and they play horribly, but they give the best moments. I can't remember the name of the team.
From what country?
I think it's South America. One of the South American teams. They're horrible, but they always give like funny moments. So it's like if a team is good and they give you moments, like obviously like OG Brazilian team,
Yeah.
like when you had like Ronaldinho and all these kind of
Yeah.
people, like they were gonna give you moments.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were gonna be good at what they were doing, so
Yeah.
you can appreciate it. But when you have a government that's not doing the job, but then they're trying to make you like laugh, it's like
It kind of feels like
anymore.
you're laughing.
you're
in
laughing
my
at me.
face.
Yeah, you're laughing at me at this
And
point.
I am the joke.
Yeah. That one can't run. It can't run at all. You know.
God save the king, man.
All right. So before we wrap up, here's the time. Is there anything that we've seen that has been really cool? Any great work from any creatives that we follow or we've come across? Any new work? What have we words?
You got something?
What have you been seeing?
I got two recommendations. The first one is by my friend Chester, and he's doing something called the TPZ Cup.
Nice.
Basically, it's like a street football tournament. And it's happening in Shoreditch Power League on the 21st of July, which I believe is this week.
Yeah.
This week Saturday. So yeah, from 12 to 5 p.m. But yeah, he does it. I mean, if you listen to this after that day, he does these tournaments. So it's TPZ Cup on Instagram. I think anywhere else you can find it. But yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Bringing people together through football tournaments and stuff.
Football.
Yeah, and then the second one is
Sports.
Bashi's new album. I think it's called Being Poor is Expensive.
Being Poor is Expensive.
Which I think is a really good album. I think is a lot. I mean, there's a lot of nuances as to how people see it and that. But personally, for me, when I was listening to it for the first time, I thought it was amazing. And if you want a song, or if you want to look forward to a song, the song I would recommend from that album is called. Well, I've got two. One's called Lost in Dreams, which is track 8, featuring Roses Gabor, and then the.
Whoa!
He loves Roses.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's my first time listening to it.
It's
Nah.
amazing, man.
Play I Could Be Yours.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, she's on this. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last track, number 11, which is Midnight in Balance, which uses I won't play it, but it uses a sample from a very popular song.
Nice.
So yeah,
Amazing.
Okay. Jude.
Okay, so I've got two as well. First is a graphic designer. She's from Toronto. She's got really, really cool stuff. Her name is Kyra Map, if I'm not mistaken. The Ghanaian in me wants to mention her name in another way, but I believe her name is Kyra Map.
Okay.
Amazing stuff on Instagram. So definitely check her out. Second one is from a cool guy I met at an event. I think I actually met him at the event with you, actually. It was a pack event. That was when
from
Joe,
back.
Kenneth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, his name is Prince. He's an amazing, I guess I want to say director, but he does a lot of amazing visuals, and he's got a series called For No Reason,
Okay.
where he just shoots. I remember he had one a while ago where he shot London during the pandemic. So basically where everything was quiet and he was just shooting.
I think I've seen this.
Amazing stuff, and he did one recently in Lisbon, I believe. But he also did one that I guess I'd recommend specifically quite recently, called Life Doesn't Need Directing, where he kind of talks about, I suppose, life just kind of giving you these beautiful moments without you having to interfere with them. So yeah, definitely check his stuff out. His Instagram is at Principality. So, yeah. I mean, his name is Prince. Come on, man.
Hey!
Yeah. So dramatic. But yeah, definitely check his stuff
God
out.
save the king. For me, I've got two as well. So I came across this TikTok of someone like putting posters up in Dalston, and it's for a food spot called Flaky, vegan Jamaican patties.
Oh.
I saw the branding. I can't lie, the branding
Where's
seemed
it
really
again?
cool to me. Flaky.
where is it?
Oh, Dalston. I think Dalston Junction sides. Yeah. And the design I think was done by Jess Joy, but I was like, this looks cool. Vegan patty, I don't know what to expect,
Could bang, you know.
but it could slap.
A vegetable patty does bang all the
Yeah.
time, but vegan one that's it.
Basically,
We should really
Sorry,
try.
why not?
Just like vegetable patty. Fine.
gotta
Well,
try
I
it,
said
yeah.
we'll try it out. We'll try it out.
Yeah,
We're going
yeah,
to try it out. And then the second is to Kemi Anna on like socials for her film In the Cold Choir that she did like a private screening for. Congratulations.
Congrats.
I think it's based on Nigerian students in a European country.
Yeah, I think it's actually about her parents.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's about her parents and how they met. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. You know.
Kind of like the trailer looks like beautiful.
Very, very beautifully
The
shot.
poster,
Yeah.
the color,
It's a bit of you. I can't lie. It's
Yeah,
very
yeah. very much like Insecure season 4, episode 8 energy.
That
kind
is
of
way
stuff,
too
yeah.
specific. This guy's a nerd, man. Nerd.
Do you know how much I watched that episode?
Man, I did it to the T. Yo,
Look, you guys have love,
on the
okay?
47 minutes.
Yeah, you guys have love. That last scene, I needed to feel something.
I respect it.
But yeah, no, I'd recommend that. And then even music-wise, Lucky Day Algorithm, really good project. I love Lucky Day, but like that project, there's like soul elements, maybe funk, and like rock. D-Mile on the production, killed it. Killed it.
Yeah.
We hell you, King. But yeah. But yeah, those are mine.
Amazing, man.
Okay. Till next week.
Sweet.
Bye.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag RuleOfThirdspod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at RuleOfThirdspod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike,
and Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.